We were muted. Ah, all right. All right. All right. All right. Sorry, y'all. This is embarrassing. It's crap. We were muted. Oh, we were muted. All right. Uh-oh. All right.
I already took your.
All right. Change this destination. We were muted. Oh my gosh. Change the destination, Alicia.
All right, hold on.
Sorry about this, y'all. I am deeply sorry, but it seems like you guys are having some fun with the entertainment. This is what happens when Alicia and I are in the same house.
Oh, we don't need to change the audio destination.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. I'm out. Okay. Change the destination, Alicia.
Okay, we're on profile.
All right, good.
Go for it.
All right. Hello, everyone. Well, welcome to the What's New in WordPress 6.4 event. If you guys have been listening this whole time, you know that we have had some epic technical difficulties. And with me to experience these epic technical difficulties is Alicia. As she is eating some potato skins. Hey, Alicia. And what do you guys notice? Well, you notice that our setup is slightly different because we are in my house.
In the flesh.
That's right. Alicia has traveled to Austin, Texas. So I knew there'd be a surprise, and that's why you probably all are here. But no, that's not why you're here. You're here for WordPress. So the technical difficulties aside, and Alicia's presence aside, of course, she's going to be helping with the chat.
As always.
Yep. We are going to be talking about WordPress today. So do we have any chat messages, Alicia?
Not other than the ones that you sent.
All right, so let's kind of go over some things. So WordPress 6.4 is the third major release of this year for WordPress. And there's a lot of new features. I want to try to keep this to an hour because Alicia's getting her iPhone today. Hopefully, if the AT&T store will like her.
Hey.
Or if they won't give her wrong information, or if everything goes through properly.
Right.
That's mainly the right thing. But I'm just playing around. But no, really, we really need to keep this going because we want to get her an iPhone. So that's always great. iPhones are really great motivators. So if you like this video, so we can try to help Alicia get an iPhone. I'm just kidding. But yeah, like this video because we're gonna have some great things, and also subscribe because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and your help is appreciated. All right, enough of the PSA. Let's get going. So let's talk about what's new. And like I said, there's so many different changes. It is absolutely ridiculous. I actually have an outline of everything that I want to cover. And the first thing that I want to cover is that WordPress has a new font library for each of the sites. So basically you can add your own fonts now, and they have a centralized library where you can add them and manage them. So that's awesome because like before, it'd just be a pain in the butt to try to add fonts. But they have the library now where you're able to do so. And it works out great. I don't know how much I will use this feature just because, I don't really do all the typography stuff, but Alicia, what do you think about this feature?
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot of fun things with like the typography and like making sure that like the site looks well and looks nice and things like that.
Mhm.
Just helping design websites.
All right, so I'm gonna open up, I have an outline, so. All right, so let's see. So yeah, the fonts are really awesome. We also have some new themes. I forgot to mention this. The 2024 theme is out. So for context, every year WordPress announces a new default theme for that year, and 2024 is no exception. So there is going to be a new theme for this year. It seems to be really awesome. Again, I have not been able to play with any of these features as I tried to download it, but it said it was not available for my site. So I will keep you posted. Maybe eventually I will do a demo of WordPress 6.4, but I just wanted to actually get out there and talk about what was new. And this is one of the things that are new is that there is a new 24 theme. And I believe that that also has the full site editing from last year where you can make everything as blocks. Personally, I am not a fan of all this because the full site editing, I don't feel like it's fully baked yet. Again, this is all of my interpretation. So if you disagree, please chat or say in the comments. But I personally still use themes that have the customizer and that you kind of do it the old way, just because the accessibility for me is not the greatest. But again, WordPress team, if you're listening to this, let's try to make this more accessible. And I will give you feedback if anyone wants to understand what we need to do to make it better. So as that happens, I'm still going to be using the default themes like GeneratePress or whatever that don't support full site editing, but there are some enhancements in the block editor as well and full site editing. All right, let's see. We also have block styles, so you can add different styles to work with posts and pages. So that's also very interesting. So it almost feels like templates, but again, I've never been able to play with this. What are you thinking about this, Alicia?
Block styles?
Yeah,
I would really have to play with it to
I know.
understand it.
And that's kind of what I think. I wish I could have played with it before this stream, but unfortunately I just couldn't get access to it.
It's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll do a demo sometime this week or next or whenever. Stay tuned.
It also includes 4 new fonts that you can add to your site by default. So that's also part of the block library, which I mentioned earlier. So that's also a really great way to be able to add more to your website. All right, let's see. We also have some other items, like you can add different font files from your computer. Now, I wonder, because Michael was going to try to make a Braille website where he could, display all the Braille fonts. I kind of ponder, I wonder if I could actually do that with WordPress. I'll have to think about that with Michael, because if you could just upload a font file, that might be interesting.
Yeah, you could upload like a Braille font file or something, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think so. So stay tuned, y'all. Oh, okay. Enlarge images with lightbox pop-up. Now, for me, I don't really know, but you can add lightbox pop-ups for posts and pages. So if you want to have like images in different sizes, you can do that as well. Again, I don't really know a whole lot about that, as I don't really add a bunch of images, but it could be interesting if you want to use those lightbox. Do you know what that is, Alicia?
Lightbox?
Yeah.
I have not messed with
Me either, but those are all the features that we have so far. We also can expand by click, and it will say add in lightbox pop-up. So, and you can enlarge it. No, can't talk. Enlarge images without leaving the page. Now, this could be helpful if you want to have like a gallery of images. Maybe you want to show some like app screenshots or something. I'm thinking that could be helpful, possibly. I'm not sure though. Okay, now this is a feature that I'm sort of interested in. So in WordPress 6.3, there is a command palette, and basically you can search for commands. It's almost like if you've used Visual Studio Code, how you can have the command palette if you press Control Shift P and F1 or F1. I kind of feel like it's the same way. You have a lot of different commands that you can execute. I've also never played with this feature a lot, but it is a good feature. And what you can do to access it is you can press Control K. Now, I thought that Control K would toggle links where you could add links, but apparently it toggles a command palette. So I'm curious to see how that works. Maybe Control Shift K is links. If anybody knows in the chat, please let me know, because I'm very curious on how that would work. And with that being said, how about we do a chat check? Alicia?
All right, chat check. Loading. That's exactly what it is. It's loading.
Awesome.
Michael said he was excited for the stream, but other than that, no.
Okay,
No,
well,
we're chilling.
awesome. All right, no chats. Well, again, if you have any chats you'd like to say, this is very interactive. This is not just for me to talk about
Yeah, ask
WordPress.
questions.
Yeah,
Go
ask
for it.
questions, and hey, if I got something wrong, let me know.
And we'll,
'Cause, yeah.
if you're watching after, one of us will be sure to reply to
Your
questions.
comments. Yep. All right, let's move on and see what else we have. So apparently there's a design update in WordPress where it makes elements slightly darker. For this, I'm kind of interested in see how that will work. Again, if anybody knows more about that than I ever would, let me know in the chat because I like to know things. All right, then we have a command palette design update. There's new commands. Oops. You can duplicate, insert, and transform blocks from the command palette. You know, I think this might be a good way for screen reader users to interact with blocks because they've had such a hard time dealing with it. And so if anybody wants me to, I may do a demo on how to do that with a screen reader because I'm sure people may be interested. Because the standard way that I've done before is like press Control Shift Z and then select the block and all like. So if anybody is interested in me doing a demo of how you use the command palette to delete and transform and edit blocks,
Stay tuned.
yep, stay tuned. And also please express your interest in the chat or comments because I'd love to know. Yeah.
Like this video.
Oh
Let
yeah,
us
that
know.
too.
That's
That too.
that's a really good way to let us know that you like the content and want to see more about it.
Yeah.
I
So
like it.
you can also select multiple blocks and then transform them. That's really cool.
That is really cool. I look forward to that. Honestly.
I'm sure after this demo and after Alicia gets her iPhone, I'm sure I'm gonna be playing with this.
I'm gonna be playing with it, that's for sure. I'm not gonna, no way. I'm gonna be playing with it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to upgrade my sites. So again, if you guys are not following either of us on Mastodon, I don't know what y'all are waiting for because you're missing out on some awesome stuff.
Bloodman lives at techopolis.social. Shameless plug.
Yep, and Tayanj at techopolis.social. Links in the description.
Woo!
And you should probably follow Michael too, because Michael is awesome. He is in our chat. We keep talking about Techopolis stuff, and if you don't know what Techopolis is, I'll talk about that later in the video. But Michael is the extraordinaire behind everything. Look, if we have tech problems, or if we have audio problems, or we have whatever problems, he helps us.
That's him.
So, yeah, that's him. So
That's him.
yeah, again, check out Techopolis. Shameless plug. Link at the end of the description or end of the video. All right. Block actions and command palette. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Block editor enhancements. I kind of discussed this, but I'm going to go more into it. Okay, now this is going to get some eyes rolling, or maybe some eyes happy. So phase. Okay, let me start this over. So in Gutenberg,
Yeah, so you wouldn't just only have one person on a page.
yeah.
I look forward to that. That way we can see like real-time editing. I want to see real-time editing happen right in front of our face. And I want to see all of that.
Now, again, I don't know how this will work, but they said they're implementing collaboration, but in my notes, there isn't really anything about that. I just see that they're implementing it, so we'll have to stay tuned to learn more, and Alicia and I will probably mess with it. All right, now I'm going to get slightly technical. No, don't go off this video because you think, oh, it's just going to be technical. I can't understand it. Just stay tuned for a second because it's technical, but you'll want to know about it.
There'll be explanations.
Trust me, yes, because I'm a WordPress developer and I can explain it. All right, so.
And I'm not, so I'll be able to bounce off it and ask questions.
Right.
Continue.
So this is interesting, and I'm actually going to use this. So it's called block hooks. And block hooks are simply, I guess you would call them functionality to add something upon activation. You know how when you activate your favorite plugin, things happen? Like if you activate Jetpack, it makes you set it up, or if you activate Gravity Forms, it makes you enter your license key. Or if you enter any of my plugins, shameless plug, I think you should go buy them. And I have a new store, and I'll put that in the description and talk about that later. It will make you add a license key and it'll say, let's set this up. basically what happens is on activation, the hook for the function, the function for WordPress plugins gets activated and said, okay, WordPress, when I say activate the plugin, I want you to do this. And in this case, when the block is inserted on activation, okay, WordPress, I want you to activate plugins on lunch. On lunch, really? We just have lunch. Activate plugins on launch. Activate blocks, right? So it's an activate plugin. Okay, when you do that, then you want to activate these 3 or 4 different blocks. I really think that that's going to be essential for me because right now I am working on my WP FAQ plugin. Again, shameless plug. Yeah, you guys should go look at it. I'll talk about that more later. But I really think that that's a really great way to have easy block access. Now, Alicia, do you have any questions about that?
No, that was pretty anti-technical. That was a very anti-technical way to explain something very technical.
All right. Before we move on to the next enhancement, do we have any chats?
Chat. I don't think so. Yes.
We do.
Is there a command palette in 6.3?
And you said that?
Michael.
Michael, yes, there is a command palette in 6.3. What they did in this version is they actually made it better. So they made it better and it was a lot more streamlined in this version. So any other chats, Alicia?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Hold on. So you can disable auto inserted blocks. Again, I don't know how that works. So that's just something I'm seeing in here. Black. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I can't talk. I almost said background images. Okay. Background images for group block. That might be interesting. What are your thoughts about that, Alicia?
I have to play with it.
Yeah. You can group blocks and create sections of a layout in a poster page. That's basically what that does.
That's cool.
Yeah. So previously, they were only able to select background and text for the entire group, but they couldn't actually customize it for each block, what I understand. So setting impaired, oh my, okay, it's a long day. Improved toolbars for parent and child blocks. It kept moving and changing. It'll automatically attach a toolbar to a parent. Again, some of this stuff I don't even understand, so I'm just going to kind of go fast. Okay, this is interesting. The outline / list revamped. So you know how when you're editing and working on blocks, you know how there's like an outline view and then like a navigation view?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's got a revamp.
Oh, that's cool.
So the list view shows you an overview of your poster page in the block editor. It kind of like in a list. And then the outline is kind of more of the, hold on. Okay. I guess that's all I have on that. List view in WordPress is going to be improved. So a couple features there is rename group blocks in the list view. I didn't even know they had a list view because that sounds more like a Swift thing to me. You know how when Michael makes these apps, he has a list view. That kind of sounds like this is what this is, but of course it's not because we're talking about WordPress here. We're not talking about mobile apps. Rename group block. It also shows previews for images and gallery blocks. It says it's going to be a more helpful tool. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with this because I don't know how much that will help me out. Obviously, probably going to be more in the list view. But if anybody has a use case for that, maybe let me know in the chat or comment below so we can try to figure out what things are going to be used for. Because, like I said, I have not been able to play with this yet, but I've been reading all about it pretty much all day. So
from the description you give, it kind of sounds like the list view is going to be a little bit more screen reader helpful.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that's also true. The outline view historically has not been screen reader friendly. And so I actually think that this could be screen reader friendly. So good point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Because it's like you're not like sitting there editing visual blocks.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe
Don't
again.
quote me on that because I
Right.
didn't know. None of us have ever messed with it, but maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So let's see. Image previews in the list view. Improved pattern management. Reusable blocks were merged into patterns. A new pattern management screen was added to the site editor. It will come with improvements in the pattern management for the site editor. Again, haven't even messed with patterns at all yet, so I don't really have any context to go off of.
I have never touched patterns.
You'll now be able to add pattern categories. Interesting. Okay. So, so here we're gonna go through this fast because this is all under the hood stuff for developers. So, actually, this is. Oh no, I'm not even gonna try to explain some of this. Templates and other PHP constants, some of them were deprecated. Again, if you want to know more, I'm going to link to the article I'm using for today so you can read it all yourself. But some of this is kind of technical, and I don't think that this is going to be very helpful. But okay. So let's see. Those are kind of all the things I had, but I'm gonna actually go look right now. And I want to kind of talk about some accessibility stuff. So while I'm doing that, Alicia, what are your thoughts about this version?
Before that, we've got a chat.
Oh, we do.
We've got background images for group blocks. Sounds interesting from Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
We also got.
Oh, sorry.
Is command. We also got a question. Is command palette where you can excuse me, where you can type slash where you can type slash into where you can type slash into the editor to get blocks, or how do you get to the palette?
Is that for Mike?
Yes.
Okay. So Michael, so first I'll just start with the second one because that's what I remember. So you press Control K. Now the slash thing just inserts blocks. It's not actually through the palette, but Control K or Command K on Mac will get you to the palette. And I can't remember what else. What did you say? What did you say for the first question? I can't remember.
There was no other questions.
Okay. So those are kind of the things that I am thinking about because I think that was more screen reader friendly, I assume. But again, you can't really assume at this point. So, all right, I'm going to do a couple things, and I meant to look up accessibility things, but I didn't see anything. But I always like to talk about accessibility. So hold on. I had another article pulled up and it just went away. So, but let's see here. I think we need to take a little bit of a let's take a tiny little bit of a not a break, but let's kind of take a kind of a break. Alicia, do you want to kind of tell people more about you? Because you're pretty new on my channel. I mean, you've been here for a couple videos now, but do you kind of want to talk about your stuff again while we move into the next phase when we talk about accessibility?
I'm not used to talking about myself on other people's channels, but hey.
Oh, it's called a collaboration, so.
So I am Alicia Geary. I have been a freelance copywriter for about 4 years, and I specialize in website and email content. So the reason why I really wanted to help Taylor with this specific stream is because I was excited for WordPress too, because I have been helping her and Techopolis Online Solutions with a lot of like the website design and stuff like that. So I'm really delving into WordPress more than I already have. So I've been learning a lot of new things and playing with a lot of new features. And I really wanted to find out exactly what was new and what's new, what's cool with WordPress this year and with 6.4. So I look forward to it just like she does, and I look forward to maybe playing around with it and being able to share my feedback.
Yeah, so I am just getting this article around, which I already had around and then it decided to go away. So I do we have any chats?
We let's see. I'm reloading it. We do not have any chats, any new chats.
All right,
Keep going.
so of course I missed. All right. You know, I mean, on another note, Alicia, you can play with a new WordPress thing on your phone.
Woohoo!
All right, I found the article from the official WordPress, and this is talking about accessibility. I like to talk about the general changes, but because I am blind, I like to talk about accessibility stuff, and I kind of like to do that at the end so we can kind of talk about more. I like to get the general stuff out of the way. So let's kind of talk about some accessibility changes. All right, so hold on a second. All right. So let's see. Oh yeah, and of course, Joel Dolson, who is a very prominent accessibility champion in WordPress, also wrote this along with others. So I'm gonna also link to this in the description, and please check it out for yourself because I'm gonna kind of go through fast. But we have adjusted the relative position of the delete and save buttons for low vision changes. That's very interesting. Again, those are things that really don't impact me particularly, but Alicia may find that to be interesting,
We'll find out.
right? All right. So the site editor has a lot of updates, so I'm going to kind of go through them. So there's more consistent labeling. That's always nice.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Semantics and pattern template management. Again, more labeling. Accessibility fixes for backend for comments. That's helpful for WordPress admins. Add missing ARIA roles to the replace template parts. Very helpful. It helps make the new full site editing accessible. More ARIA roles. Again, ARIA, if you don't know, it's internet reject internet. I can't talk. I don't know what ARIA is. Accessible internet rich web applications. Again, I normally know what it is, but my brain is just, it kind of feels like I'm on vacation, except I'm in my own house. But regardless,
on vacation.
right? But regardless, a lot of ARIA changes. ARIA is kind of interesting because it can be good, but you kind of have to use it like you use salt and pepper. So, you don't want to put too much on it. So I'm glad they're using it sparingly, but it's always wondering like, don't put too much of it on. More ARIA rules. To unify the delete button style with red. So I guess that makes sense because red means delete. Accessible description for current blocked navigation state. Interesting. So that might help with navigation of block stuff.
That's kind of making me think, hallelujah.
Accessible navigation of preview and version for toggle controls. Okay, so that might be interesting for the site previewer. More ARIA labels.
I love how you said you were using that they were using them sparingly, but now you're finding a bunch of them.
Oh, well, I mean, it probably had to be used. Don't close submenu when it has focus. This is interesting. This is interesting. So we'll have to see how that works.
Wait, what did it say?
It said, don't close submenu when it has focus.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do not toggle aria expanded. Okay, this is all, let's see. I'm trying to find something that's. So return focus. Some of this is really technical, so I'm kind of going. Okay, that's part of this. Now I'm going to actually do something else. So I'm actually going to look at. Let's go. Okay. I want to look at some other features that kind of are not as prominent. So let's see. Let's see here. Okay. So it sounds like we have a lot more accessibility improvements, which is awesome. I kind of, I guess my thing is like, what is their status on AI? Because like whenever everybody else is adding AI to their stuff, and when is WordPress gonna ever add AI? Like that's just my opinion.
Jetpack owns WordPress, right?
Yeah. Well,
Or WordPress owns Jetpack.
WordPress.com owns, or Automatic owns WordPress.com, and then there's an open source WordPress.org.
Oh, okay.
But they're
So Jetpack has AI. So if you're using Jetpack, they actually do have a writing assistant for your page. And that will be basically like ChatGPT for for websites, basically.
okay.
And I've actually used it a couple times to help me with some of the writing and stuff.
Is it any good?
It's just ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. That's all. I wasn't sure if
You
they had
just
something.
type in what you want and it'll do it.
Okay, well.
I don't see how you can screw that up. It's already written for you and the code's already there. So
Is it a free feature?
I cannot. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we'll have to keep you posted on it.
It's in the blocks where I've used it. I mean, I don't use paid Jetpack, so I guess yes. But
Yeah, if anybody knows, put it in the comments. Do we have any org chats? Do we have any of those?
do we have chats?
Oh boy. All right, what do we got?
No, I said do we have
Oh,
chats?
I was like, oh, okay.
I was
Sounds,
asking the question as well.
I was like, oh, I thought we had a lot of them. Like, oh,
Um, um, it's apparently said 2024. Michael said 2024 looks amazing.
oh, cool. Now let's talk about this. I'm not sure how it looks, so I'll direct this to Michael. Is that going to replace Generate Press? Is that going to replace our? And if you've never heard of Generate Press, that's our preferred theme of choice.
I like Gemini Press.
I do too. I mean, you
I
know,
don't think it's gonna replace Generate Press from an accessibility. I don't think it's going to replace Generate Press from an accessibility standpoint, but I do think
really.
that it. I mean, from what I've heard about it, it sounds really nice.
Well, I mean, and that's interesting because like you can disable the full site editor as well. So you could use the classic, not the classic editor, the old editor where you did everything in the customizer. You could disable that. In fact, if anybody wants that to be done, I can make a free plugin to do that. And by the way, did I mention I'm a plugin developer? Oh yeah. If you haven't saw my Gravity Forms plugin demo, you might want to go check that out. I will put a link in the description, but I made a WordPress plugin to help make the Gravity Forms plugin, or Gravity Forms plugin accessible so that you can reorder form fields by yourself. So I just thought I would put that out there. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
Michael responded to our question. Not sure the grid view is nice. All WordPress themes are the most accessible.
All WordPress themes are the most accessible. Yes. Yes. I mean, I don't know, because it always begs the question, right? And this is a whole other stream. And
we got another slew from Michael.
Oh, okay. Let me just finish.
Go ahead.
It always begs the question, like, how can you save more money on the WordPress themes and stuff? Because it's just so expensive. So it's awesome if we could use the default one. But again, that also comes with other issues. Go ahead.
It says on the front end, at least FSE is nice for low vision users or sighted users, but Generate Press still uses the customizer.
Yes. Now, you know what would be cool? And if anybody wants this as a plugin, I may make it. And I think it'd be cool because some people may want to use a customizer and some people may want to use the FSE. It'd be cool if I could make a plugin, or somebody has a plugin out there that you could switch between them. So I could do my work in the customizer, they could do their work in FSE. But I don't know if that's possible. But it's interesting to think about.
Awkward silence.
Anything else?
I've never used, I don't know which one I use. I just use the block editor. Honestly, I just fill around with the blocks.
Do you go where it says edit site? Or do you go to customize?
I usually just go to the page and click edit.
Right, but if you're doing like menus and stuff.
Menus?
Yeah.
Customize.
Yep, so you're not using the FSE.
I do the appearance and then menus.
Yep, that's the yeah. So I mean, it begs the question, and it always does every year, because when you think about how awesome the new theme is, can we all use it? Right? Is it going to replace our other themes? And do we have any other chats?
No.
All right. I think this is going to wrap it up today, but you might want to stay tuned because I've got a big announcement to make. All right, ready? Remember when I did the websites? You know how I've been doing website design and then I quit because I had, other things that I had to do? Well, I'm very, very delighted because it's back and better than ever. That's right. I'm doing website design and I am partnered with Techopolis Online Solutions. So if you want a website and you want it to be accessible and visually appealing, and oh yeah, by the way, it's able to be found on Google, you might want to get a website done by Techopolis Online Solutions. The thing is that a website is a great tool when you market yourself because you're able to go online and people are able to understand your products and services. But if you don't have a website, you're getting not as good of a return because you can't, people can't find one central place where they can find you. And so if you need to claim your space on the web, but you don't know how to build it out, check out Techopolis Online Solutions. And did you know that Alicia's our copywriter? Right. So if you've always thought, I want to work with Alicia, but I need a full site done. Well, you have one choice, and that's to contact Techopolis Online Solutions. And Techopolis has a new website coming soon. Yes, it has a new website. And no, it's not on Squarespace. Yes, it's not on Squarespace. So if you want a website and you want it to look professional, oh yeah, and by the way, be fully accessible, you don't have another choice to make. Go to Techopolis Online Solutions and go ahead and schedule a consultation, and we would love to help you make your dreams into realities.
Let's be real here. They do have more choices to make, but
they do.
Their choices are easier.
Yes. I mean, okay, they have more choices to make, but we always like to make sure that everything is accessible from the get-go.
Right.
And I would hate for y'all to spend $15,000 or weird amount on an accessibility lawsuit just if you never even knew what accessibility is, because, I've had that people don't even know what ADA stuff is. And so, all of us at Techopolis all have a disability, everybody. And that means that we're all users of assistive technology and accessibility, and we know accessibility because we live it day to day. Yeah. So I will put a link in the description, but please come check us out. We'd love to help you, and feel free to ask any questions.
But by chance you can't find that link, it is techopolis.online.
Yep.
TECHOPOLIS.online.
Sure enough. All right, everyone, I think this will be a wrap, and let's go get Alicia's phone. So I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.
Whoa.
Alicia, you have to end it.
Actually, I can unplug the mic. You can end it.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I'm mute first.